Collier and her husband, and I understand this is speculation. I'm asking a question out loud. But did they promise Caitlin Clark was going to play in this league to a lot of investors and to TNT Sports and then didn't deliver? Was that part of this? I can't help because I can't figure out, outside of the league being a
did Napheesa Collier and her husband, and I recognize this is speculation. I'm asking out loud, promise Caitlin Clark that she will participate in this league to a large number of investors in TNT Sports only to fail to deliver? Was it part of it? I can't help since I don't get how being outside of the league is a virtue signal. Did Napheesa Collier and Brianna Stewart guarantee investors that Caitlin Clark will play for their league? That's a question hovering over Unrivaled right now, as the entire organization falls apart in real time. Because when you look at the money that went into this 3-on-3 basketball experiment, when you see TNT Sports sign a 6-year broadcasting deal, and when you count the number of high-profile investors who wrote checks, something doesn't add up. There was no precedent for success in this situation. Women's 3-on-3 basketball had never attracted crowd. Prior to the Caitlin Clark period, the Wnba struggled to attract viewers. So, why did so many brilliant, wealthy people assume this would work?
Alyssa Thomas just come right in and said, no, we ain't got no problems going overseas playing ball. As soon as Project B showed up and started paying real money, boy, they decided to pack their bags real fast and head overseas. Now, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube. Thank you guys.
That's Aliyah Boston directly confirming what rival founders had spent months denying. WNBA players have no trouble traveling abroad to play basketball. The entire premise of this league was based on Collier and Stewart convincing investors that ladies were bored of going to Europe and Asia during the off-season. They desired a domestic option in which they could work from home while earning a decent salary. But when Project B in the Middle East began giving real contracts with solid assurances, observe how quickly those same guys packed their bags. The narrative abruptly came to an end.
Its second season, viewership has fell off a cliff. We knew it was going to be bad. I got to admit, didn't know it was going to be this bad. I mean, they have actually exceeded my bad expectations, which is, I couldn't have been much lower. I mean, on the farm animal totem pole of expectations, I was somewhere down around pond scum. All right? And well, it's worse. What's lower than...
The second season of Unrivaled has seen a significant drop in viewership. We're not talking about a little setback or the normal sophomore slump. This is a devastating collapse that has investors and media partners concerned about the league's future. According to awful announcing analysis, the figures are so awful that reruns of The Big Bang Theory on TBS are attracting 8 times the audience of live, unmatched games with vital announcers and production teams. Think about it for a second. A comedy that finished years ago and aired episodes that viewers have watched several times is ruining the rating for a live sporting event. That is not a red flag. That is a 5-alarm fire.
Has had it that... You know, right now, games are streamed on HBO Max. Well, if this sale happens, that may not be the case anymore. Unrivaled's going to lose that streaming option. Now, would it likely find another streaming option? Sure. But when you're in this much uncertainty, that's not a great look. Now, check this out. Unrivaled reportedly has a 6-year media rights deal that TNT can opt out of.
This is when things become worse for Unrivaled. The league is primarily controlled by TNT Sports, whose parent company, Warner Bros. Discovery, is now undergoing a complicated sale process. Netflix and Paramount are both bidding for the chance to acquire the company, so everything is in motion. Unrivaled Games is currently streaming on HBO Max as part of the TNT partnership. However, if this deal goes through and new ownership takes over, the streaming platform might evaporate suddenly. The league would have to hurry to locate another home. And good luck negotiating fair conditions when you have ratings like this. But here's the detail that should scare everyone engaged in Unrivaled. According to sources, TNT Sports has a 6-year media rights agreement with an opt-out mechanism after 3 years. That means if the league fails to acquire traction by year 3, TNT may walk away unscathed. There are no consequences or commitments. Simply peace out and goodbye. And we're barely into year 2, with viewership already plummeting. What do you suppose TNT executives are talking about in their meetings right now?
Carrying the heavy load for Unrivaled as their biggest stars. Oh boy, that ain't going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. Paige Becker's, we have a fiction. This proves all of us right. Paige Becker's moving no needles, 0 needles. Her fan base can cancel that. You know what? Want to know one thing I can confidently say? Angel Reese moves more needles than
Paige Beckers and Cameron Brink are carrying promotional load for Unrivaled as the league's top stars this season, and the ratings back up what many of us have been saying for months. Paige Beckers moves 0 needles. Her fan base is particularly active on social media, where they may cancel and attack anyone who criticizes her. However, when it comes to actually watching her play basketball, they are nowhere to be found. The stats do not lie. You may have 1 million Twitter followers protecting your honor, but what's the point if your fans won't click play on a free stream?
So only 30 or 40 more thousand fans, but regardless, that was there last year, and now it's not. I think this is starting, and we talked about this league being doomed. And of course, this is all important because they've tried to use this league as leverage.
Is something to make everyone uncomfortable. Despite the criticism she receives, Angel Reese clearly moves more needles than Paige Beckers. Now, we're not talking about tremendous numbers. Although the difference is only 30 or 40,000 views, Reese inspires more interest and engagement than Beckers. Last season, when Angel Reese was active and Unrivaled, the league had an extra set of eyes. This season, without her, those viewers vanished. That is a measurable impact that Beckers cannot match, despite all the fanfare and media attention surrounding.
Actually, that leverage is disintegrated. It's gone. In fact, I would venture to say WNBA ownership, NBA ownership are laughing right now. They're smirking. Adam Silver's smirking. They're smiling because they know no leg to stand on. And again, I have to wonder out loud, did investors get sold a bad bill of goods?